We are back. With another manga review of My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia. What chapter?
193.
Traces.
Boy, was this a chapter to read.
I'm gonna just start right now. 5 out of 5. I'm gonna just go straight to the rating right there.
I'm giving it like an 8.
Out of 5?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Nah, not even that. It's a 10. It's a 10. No, it's a 10.
So 8 out of. So what is it? 10 out of 5? 8 out of 10?
It's gonna be an 8 out of 5. That's what it's gonna be.
He hasn't broken the record in that long, so it seems like this chapter is too high. And tell us what you guys think about this chapter as well. Down in the comments, please let us know what you guys thought about.
Yes, please tell us.
So let's go straight to the point.
Yes.
Tell us your thoughts. What do you think in the beginning? Because that ending cliffhanger of 192 was nice, where he just was watching that conversation. I was excited to read it. I even told Sam, and plus we said it in our last review last week, that this felt like it was about the Avatar state where he could speak to his ancestors. It felt like the same thing, right?
Yeah, and it looked like it too. I mean, he's not talking to all of them directly, but he can see them.
Yeah.
Except for like 2 of them, which I have like that's a discussion in itself.
Yes.
Like, who do you think are the missing 2 in that lineup?
Do you think that he's one of them that's there? Or
I think him all the way at the end. I think that's him, like when he's grown up.
That's what I thought as well.
Right.
And I think the other one is a future person. That's mine.
Think so? Because honestly, at first, his shape does kind of look like what's the radio dude?
The McMaster?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's him, but I'm saying like his silhouette.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like his. So I don't know, but it could be a future dude. It could be. We don't know. Yeah, just go ahead. Because it's wild. Because now this dude that's next to him with the flames, I didn't know who that was.
That's All Might.
That is All Might.
Yeah. The flame dude. Well, not the flames, but like the little ghost of silhouette that is
All
Might.
sense.
Because he's not dead yet. So that's why his full body. I'm assuming because his full All Might not dead yet.
Right. So
He's
it's like
dead.
Stationary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stationary. Like, hey.
Like you might, but we just gonna keep it right
reserved.
there. Yeah.
Your spies
You might die, but we're not sure though. But we're gonna keep you in reserve real quick. You know.
But I have a question before we get more into the meat of this chapter. I want to ask you a question before we get. Do you think that someone brought him in that realm, or do you think he was there subconsciously went in that state, or how do you think that he went there?
I'm gonna bring up what you just said again. You know how in Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang would periodically go into the Avatar state in like the first season?
But usually he was brought in because of Master
Roshi.
Roku.
I'm about to say Roshi.
Wrong series.
Roshi what?
No, not Roshi. It's Roku.
I'm sure the Kamehameha wave too, bro. I'm sure I get the guitar.
We have too much fun here. But like you said, in the season 1 it was Master Roku that brought Aang. So do you think that since the recent Avatar was Master Roku, this taking the most recent one was All Might, but since not dead yet, do you think it was the most previous one, the old master of All Might? Do you think that was her that brought him there?
No, I really think it was the brother. The brother. Because he had a conversation with the brother.
Yes,
and the brother sat there and said, listen, you at 20% yet, so you can't get the full truth yet. But you will eventually. And then that's when Deku just woke up and destroyed his whole room. And we saw Aoma with his creepy ass just staring at the dark.
Which I think he was. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I told Ty.
That freaked the shit out of me.
I told Ty before this. I thought he was a woman.
He looked like a chick though. In that scene, he did look like a chick.
He did. I did not honestly think that was Aoma in the first place. I thought that was some girl or like. I did not know he's leaving a bandana, trying to have his hair that good looking.
It really looked like he got like a scarf. And he just like getting his beauty sleep. He just woke up and like, oh shit.
And it's right what you said that you only know 20% of the story. He said that so you are the ninth. It's not something that can't That's something that can directly interact or intervene with you, or nor can you do with them. Right. He's talking to me. I wanted to show you a little more, right. But it seems that you can only manage about 20% right now. We have long since passed the point of singularity, but don't worry, there's nothing like what All Might told me. So you're right, it was a brother that actually brought him there to show more of the story, and the story of how society was back then, when it was controlled by the villains.
And you know what? That's another thing I want to bring up too. When he says 20%, I think that is a relation to how Deku can manifest himself. Because you can only really see like his face, not even his mouth. You can see like this part of him, and his hand. So that's probably what that black stuff was.
Showing
because he can only because he can only go 20%. So he can't manifest fully into
a
state. So that might be why all that black darkness is on him.
So do you think All Might has been going on when All Might started being All Might with the power of the 1/4? Do you think that he also went through this as well of what Deku?
That's a good question.
Because seeing the old story, the old predecessors, the same conversation, do you think that the brother teach each person of the next one in line, like showing them the story, tell them how to handle it, or is only because of Deku being special, something about him that brings this out of him?
I think you're right. I think you hit it on the head. I think something special about Deku is what made him come out, because I believe All Might would have told him this could happen. Like, you're gonna get these visions. What's the name's All For One's brother is going to come out, and he's going to try to teach you how to do certain things, or how to really use the power, this, that, and the third. I really believe All Might would have said that. But since he didn't, then it's not, I don't think he manifests to everybody.
What also makes me believe that with us agreeing on the same thing is because, remember in season 2 in the anime, I forgot in what chapter in the manga, but in season 2 when he was fighting the guy who could control people in the tournament.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
And plus Deku was about to go out of the ring, but the predecessors.
That's what. Right.
And plus, when he came, when Deku, when he finished the match, he told All Might, and All Might was shocked about that, because I felt like he hasn't experienced that as much as how Deku's going through right now.
That I forgot all about that. That's true.
I have a good memory, so I can remember stuff.
Right. I gotta watch that whole season again, though. That season is freaking amazing. But
yeah,
man. So yeah, that was a really cool moment too. But we gotta talk about him.
Oh yeah, let's go.
We gotta talk about one of the best villains, arguably in anime. All For One. Dude, they made him look like a monster physically.
Yes.
In this chapter, but also commentary too, because his brother and All For One have a very interesting conversation. Do you want to take over from this?
I do want to add to that, but also I love the hints that both the brothers are talking about the comic books.
Yes.
Of how they were comparing each other, and during the conversation, hey brother, this brings us back memories of the comic book that we read. But then the younger brother said that you never finished a comic book, and he said my favorite line: in every story, the villains always lose, no matter how triumph the hero is losing. And I love that, because it felt like a true comic book to me.
Yes.
Like I was a kid reading it. Like my favorite comic book is a Spider-Man. My favorite comic book series is reading Spider-Man, because the villains to him is Dark Ark, Green Goblin, and they always give Peter Parker those type of speeches. Like, you're too young for this, you don't understand it, blah blah blah. And it felt like I was reading that type of story between the Green Goblin and between a little kid, and it was because he is the older brother. The All For One is the older brother, and the One For All is the younger brother, and it felt like that type of story. But what I love the most is that he kept saying that this is a society, this is what I can do it, but it's two of them having two different perspectives. It's like doing some type of the whole world has all different perspectives, and I love that.
Right. Now I want to bring up something really quick. It's just gonna really just take it like a couple seconds. So that conversation with the comic books, that really, I really love that conversation because if you know the golden age of comics, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So in the golden age of comics, you had the villain, you had the hero. The villain had a master plan or evil deed or whatever. They fight, and the hero always won.
At the end. Yes.
At the end, yes. And that's how it always was in the golden age. But as you got older and as the years went by, things were different. The villain sometimes won.
But then at the end of the true series of the arc,
right,
the hero will find a way and win.
Right.
Like for example,
right,
in the current anime movie or cartoon movie, The Death of Superman. That's finally being adapted. Technically Superman lost. But in reality, he just got so beaten to the point where he was just needed to heal and take a break.
Right.
If you know, sorry if that's a spoiler, this comic book has been out for almost 25 years, over 30 years now.
Pretty much.
But I love that I love this chapter a lot. I fell in love with this chapter, and this chapter I felt like it was placed perfectly. It didn't need to come early or late. I felt like it was placed perfectly within the series. Like it's giving us bits and pieces of the more of the society of the world that's being built, and how of the political stand of the villains and hero side is. But I have a question for you. We have seen the anime going around in season 3. We have seen the manga about the Yakuzas and everything, and for the YouTube having with Genta and everything. But we have never actually seen people talk about the past. They always talk about the present and the future, but nobody talks about how the past was and how the current present and the future is better than how it was before. Do you think that's because it's just too scary to think about, of how One for All used to actually control the world with the villains that he actually gave to the people that were quirkless and gave them quirks? Do you think that's because it was too scary to talk about? It's too terrifying?
I think it showed that, the villain won. And not only that, he kind of had to me at least, he kind of had a point on what he was doing. Because if you saw in the flashback where you see the normal guy that got jumped by those by the quirks, and you saw the guy that had a quirk, but he looked too much like a monster, and nobody really wanted to talk to him. He was like shunned and all that other good stuff. So All for One basically switched their roles, and they were happy. They were happy. But if you really look at it.
But then those people that were quirkless got the quirks. They became more savage. And so. But at the same time, you understand that All for One used his servants. Yes, he gave them an idealism to think that the world would be better by giving them quirks. But he was using them as his servants to obey them, because he said himself, I could care less about these people. These people are following my rules, my ideal that I'm trying to have the world be.
So I don't really give an F at that time.
He doesn't.
But if you really want to look at it, he went on like the Dark Knight route, with Joker.
Oh, he did?
He went complete chaos, and he made chaos.
He definitely made chaos.
And he was the ruler of that chaos for a time.
Because if we saw in a flashback, where those people having quirks, you saw the background, the buildings were destroyed. It was hell. It was hell. It was like that movie Purge. We're being purged for 24 hours, but it was the whole world was in chaos that he just took advantage of it. But instead of being 24 hours, it was almost like a whole day, week thing, a month thing. It was scary. So do you think that's why people don't talk about it in the current society, or they never bring it up?
You know what? I think it was like a forgotten period. To a certain extent. Like, it was so bad that they rather not even talk about it. They rather just forget about it. I think it was like that.
Do you think it's like the Void Century in One Piece, like where it's so forgotten, or where people don't want to even try to bring it up? Do you think it's like that?
Absolutely. Because something like that, I don't know how long it went, I don't know how many years it went, because it could have went for like 2 years, 5 years.
No, it's been more than, because it shows that it's been 9 predecessors. So it definitely has been around roughly a good 100 years, because that's what we do know.
Well, I mean, but then that means that All for One is like mad old, if that's the case. No?
But yes, he is. But then don't forget that he has taken a lot of people's quirks, like he's close to death and everything. So
so he would take okay.
Okay,
I got you.
Heal, do everything in possible power he can.
But that's like just the crazy part. Like, you don't know how long it took. Like, how long this reign. Oh, he's blind too?
Yeah. Remember that image he can't see. Remember, he has no face, like no.
Yeah, but I thought that was like an injury that All Might dealt to him.
That's what is injuries over the past couple of years that he's been dealt with by fighting all the people of the One for All.
Right.
But we also can't forget the reason the original person used the original person that used One for All, he got his powers because his brother wanted to join him.
Yeah, that was the sad part to me, at least for me, because he was trying to get his brother to join his side, and he even said like, "Yo, you're a weakling, but you my brother. I gotta love you." So, and he even kind of went to resort to kind of not torture him, I guess.
Well, he didn't torture, because the thing is that he didn't torture him. He didn't choose to eat. He didn't choose to follow him.
Right.
Because he didn't want to obey the law and rules that he said that his brother gave him. So I love that. It's sad, but but he had a great, what's the word, pride, I guess the best word. He had
he had a stand. You know,
he had the same pride.
Right. There you go.
We're giving all type of reference.
He didn't have the hands like one, but you know, he definitely had the heart, though. I give him that.
He did.
I give him that.
He definitely had the will of fire. We're definitely giving the whole reference of all anime comic books right now in this one review.
That's a good one. I gotta give that one though.
But the thing is, he thought of what people did it for him. That's how powerful he was.
Yeah, he had the influence, and that's see, if you go back to like One Piece, that's why like Mila Hawk was kind of like scared of him in a bit. Well, not scared of him, but like
he's talking
fearful of him, right?
He's talking about Luffy,
right? Because he had a power to influence people, to get people on his side and make an army.
And that's a scary type of power, because for you to make people join your side and you don't know what to do, that's a scary power.
Exactly.
But
so he ruled the world for, I guess, for about years, I would say. I don't know how many years, but he ruled the world with an iron fist, man. It's crazy.
But do you have anything else to add before we go? Because I think we really went in about everything of how One for All was very hard-headed and everything, and All for One was very.
I want to ask you something. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just want to ask you something really quick, and I asked Sam this too. Do you think All Might will die before he gets to 100%, and when Deku actually finds out about everything that happened, or will he die, or will All Might die after the fact?
He's not in the next 2 arcs. It definitely has to, because one, that he's gonna die to like Jiraiya. Like, he has to die soon for him to continue growing and progress and be the next predecessor and be the next in the piece. He has to become better.
You know, I do agree with that, but I feel like they should have did that when he fought against All for One the second time. I feel like that would have been the perfect time to do it.
Yeah, but I think that would be all. Anything else to add, or before we go?
Now that I can think of for right now, so I guess we can just wrap it up.
So like we said, 5 out of 5 for me for this chapter 1183. I can't wait to continue more about the story and to know what is gonna go on about Deku breaking his room. And do you think he's gonna tell All Might actually?
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna do it, because he don't know what's going on. So he's definitely gonna tell him like, yo, what's going on? Like, had this happened to you before? And I'm telling you, All Might's gonna say no.
Really? So then that's what I feel like is gonna happen with All Might. I think he's gonna tell more about his story. Like, oh yeah, this happened to me as well. I met with the professor. I met with the brother and everything.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like All Might has not had that same Or maybe he has, but he just never could see it in the way that Deku can.
I'm more excited for the next chapter to know what is the ending conclusion of this part of this chapter, because to know
I am too.
Will he tell somebody? Will he talk about it? Hey yo, I had this conversation on my what's the little old dude that
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino. Like, hey, I had this conversation with the predecessor. I met with them. What was going on? Did it happen to everybody else? So I really want to know what's gonna happen. And I wonder if he's gonna tell the dorm people to fix his room because the room is
he messed this whole thing up. But that was the fun. But that was like the interesting part to me because he activated his quirk subconsciously, and we never seen that before.
That's true, actually.
That's what kind of like threw me. That's what kind of like gave me those goosebumps.
Yes.
Because that's the first time that happened. Even when he first had his powers, he never did that before.
I love the ending. Like, to me, this chapter is 5 out of 5. If I could, 10 out of 5. But
8 out of 5.
I don't want us to continue and have this review much longer because
it's gonna go for like 2 hours for this. So we definitely gotta end it somewhere. And now is the time to end it.
So guys, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeLadyGNG.
And guys, please check out our fan Facebook page, Anime Lately Official Geeks and Gamers, where we continue these conversations of My Hero Academia, Boruto, One Piece, and all your favorites. Yes. Oh, and we have a like page, so please check that out.
And with that, if you want to continue the more interaction with us, we have a Discord server from Geeks Gamers where we can continue conversation with anime and manga or movies in general. But please join more so we can have more sub-channels for those certain anime and mangas you want to talk about.
And guys, we have a podcast too, so please check out Geeks and Gamers Radio Network on Podbean and iTunes perspective.
And guys, if you want to support us, we gladly appreciate it. We have a Patreon page, so run by Geeks Gamers. All the links we said down below for everything. Gladly appreciate it. Thank you.
And guys, before we go, I just want to let you know, guys, I have a great personal friend. Her name is Shannon, but she has a YouTube. Her name on there is, sorry girl if I say this wrong, Shama-san Reacts. So please check that out. Everything is going to be under the description below. So please check out her channel. She does reactions and discussions too, just like we do. So please check her out, support her, subscribe, press the bell notifications, all that. And by the way, before we go, you need to do that with us too.
Like our videos,
comment,
and turn that bell notification to be uploaded for our videos, guys.
And don't forget to subscribe, and everything, like I said, will be under the description below.
And guys, it's not that easy, so we gladly appreciate for your support.
Thank you guys. We love you guys, seriously.
We all do it for you. Hashtag My Hero Academia.
Later.